My name is Guildenstern, and this is Rosencrantz.
I'm sorry. His name is Guildenstern, and I'm Rosencrantz.
We've played to bigger, but quality counts for something.
Tragedians. What exactly do you do?
Tragedy, sir. Deaths and disclosures, universal and particular. Denouement. Transvestite melodrama. We transport you back into a world of intrigue and illusion. Clowns, if you like. Murders. We can do you ghosts. And battles. On the skirmish level. Heroes, villains, tormented lovers. Set pieces in the poetic vein. We can do you rapiers, or rape, or both. By all means, faithless wives and ravished virgins. Flagrante delicto, at a price for which there are special terms. It costs little to watch, and little more to get caught up in the action, if that's your taste, and times being what they are.
What are they?
Indifferent.
Bad?
Wicked. See anything you like? A lucky thing we came along.
For us?
Also for you. For some, it is performance. For others, patronage. They are two sides of the same coin, or being as there are so many of us, the same side of two coins.
It was luck, then.
Or fate.
Yours or ours?
Could hardly be one without the other.
Fate, then.
Fancy a game?
We're spectators.
Do you want to play questions?
How'd you play that?
You have to ask questions.
Statement one, love.
Cheating.
How?
I hadn't started yet.
Statement two, love.
Are you counting that?
What?
Are you counting that?
Foul, no repetition, three, love, in game.
I'm not going to play if you're going to be like that.
Who serve? Hesitation, love, one.
Who's go?
Why?
Why not?
What for?
No! No synonyms. One all.
What in God's name is going on?
Foul, no rhetoric, 2-1.
What does it all add up to?
Can't you guess?
Are you addressing me?
Is there anyone else?
Who?
How would I know?
Why do you ask?
Are you serious?
Was that rhetoric?
No.
Statement two, all game point.
What's the matter with you today?
When?
What?
Are you deaf?
Am I dead?
Yes or no?
Is there a choice?
Is there a God?
Foul. No non sequiturs. 3-2, 1 game all.
What's your name?
What's yours?
You first.
Statement. One love.
What's your name when you're at home?
What's yours?
When I'm at home?
Is it different at home?
What home?
Haven't you got one?
Why do you ask?
What are you driving at?
What's your name?
Repetition. 2 love. Match point.
Who do you think you are?
Rhetoric. Game and match. Match.
Oh, you mean you pretend to be him, and I ask you questions.
Very good.
You had me confused.
I could see I had.
How should I begin?
Address me?
My honored lord,
My dear Rosencrantz.
am I pretending to be you, then?
Certainly not. Well, if you like, shall we continue?
My honored lord,
My dear fellow.
How are you?
Afflicted.
Really? In what way?
Transformed.
Inside or out?
Both.
I see. Not much new there.
Well, go into detail! Delve!
Probe the background. Establish the situation.
So your uncle's the king of Denmark?
That's right. And my father before him.
His father before him?
No, my father before him.
But surely...
You may well ask.
Let me get it straight. Your father was king, you were his only son, your father dies, you are of age, your uncle becomes king.
Yes.
Unusual.
Undid me.
Undeniably.
He slipped in.
Which reminds me.
Well, it would.
I don't want to be personal.
Come on.
Your
Rich.
mother's marriage.
He slipped in.
His body was still warm.
So was hers.
Extraordinary.
Indecent.
Hasty.
Suspicious.
Makes you think.
Don't think I haven't.
And with her husband's brother.
They were close.
She went to him.
Too close.
For comfort.
Looks bad.
Adds up.
Incest to adultery.
Would you go so far?
Never.
To sum up. Your father, whom you love, dies. You are his heir. You come back to find that hardly was the corpse cold before his young brother popped onto his throne and into his sheets, thereby offending both legal and natural practice. Now, why exactly are you behaving in this extraordinary manner?
I can't imagine. So, you've caught up.
Not yet, sir.
Now, mind your tongue, or we'll have it out and throw the rest of you away like a nightingale to Roman feast.
Took the words out of my mouth.
You'd be lost for words.
You'd be tongue-tied.
Like a mute in a monologue.
Like a nightingale at a Roman feast.
You left us.
Yes. On the road.
You don't understand the humiliation of it. To be tricked out of the single assumption that makes our existence bearable, that somebody is watching. We are actors. We're the opposite of people.
So?
We need an audience.
We had an appointment.
That is true. Do you know why you're here?
We only know what we're told, and for all we know, it isn't even true.
One acts on assumptions. What do you assume?
Hamlet's not himself, outside or in. We have to glean what afflicts him.
He's melancholy.
Melancholy.
Mad.
How is he mad?
Ah. How's he mad?
More morose than mad, perhaps.
Melancholy.
Moody.
He has moods.
Of moroseness.
Madness. And yet,
Quite.
for instance,
He talks to himself, which might be madness,
if he didn't talk sense, which he does.
which suggests the opposite.
Of what?
I think I have it. A man talking sense to himself is no madder than a man talking nonsense not to himself.
Or just as mad.
Or just as mad.
And he does both.
So there you are.
Stark raving sane.
Why?
Ah. Why?
Exactly.
Exactly what?
Exactly why?
Exactly why what?
What?
Why?
Why what exactly?
Why is he mad?
I don't know. The old man thinks he's in love with his daughter.
Good God. We're out of our depth here.
No, no, no. He hasn't got a daughter. The old man thinks he's in love with his daughter.
The old man is.
Hamlet, in love with the old man's daughter, the old man thinks. Gentlemen, gentlemen, it doesn't seem to be coming. We're not getting it at all. What did you think?
What was I supposed to think?
Wasn't that the end?
You call that an ending? With practically everyone still on his feet? My goodness, no. Over your dead body. There's a design at work in all art. Surely you know that. Events must play themselves out to an aesthetic, moral, and logical conclusion.
What's that in this case?
It never varies. We aim for the point where everyone who is marked for death dies.
Marked.
Generally speaking, things have gone about as far as they can possibly go when things have got about as bad as they can reasonably get.
Who decides?
Decides. It is written. We are tragedians, you see. We follow directions. There is no choice involved. The bad end unhappily, the good unluckily. That is what tragedy means. Next! Having murdered his brother and wooed his widow, the poisoner mounts the throne. Here we see him and his queen give rein to their unbridled passion. Enter Lucianus, nephew to the king. Usurped by his uncle and shattered by his mother's incestuous marriage, he loses his reason, throwing the court into turmoil and disarray, staggering from the suicidal to the merely idle. He has a plan to catch the conscience of the king.
Frighted with false fire?
How fares, my lord?
Give all the play. Give me some light!